Hello, friends. Hello from me and Lukey. So, had a very good day today. Started with worship team and definitely had an adrenaline pumping moment where I got to test my fast change skills for a scripture passage that was not planned at all. It just had to think on my feet, had the opportunity to not, and chose to do it anyway, and it was fun. And people were excited about it, and that made it even more fun to debrief that later. And then went and got pizza with sibs, and then John and Nat went home for a little bit, and Michael and I played Lego Indiana Jones. Oh my goodness. It's one of those days, isn't it? Freudian swip. Yeah. Not even gonna try to correct that. We played the Wii for a while. And then John and Nat came over. They weren't here to begin with. I'm losing it. I'm sorry. And Nat and I went and got snacks from Hy-Vee, and then the boys played the Wii while Nat and I played Nerds, which was the ideal way to spend a Sunday evening. It's not even 10 o'clock, and I'm in bed because that's the new norm that it has to be for a work night. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go to sleep, but it does mean I need to be in bed. Yeah. But a good time was had by all, and I'm excited to continue to do things like that now that I'm in a living situation where both parties are interested in hanging out with the same people, and there's no tension in that interaction. And at the same time, there are also opportunities to invite friends over that aren't related to us to do movie nights or game nights or whatever. I'm really excited for that because I feel like it'll be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, it is bedtime, so we're gonna stop there. But a brief thought. I am so anti-violence to the point that I consider myself a pacifist. And I'm also of the belief that in order to follow Jesus to the best of my ability, that I have to be a pacifist. That is not going to mean that I tell other people they have to, but that does mean that that's my personal walk with Jesus. And so when senseless violence happens, which is most violence, but when that magnitude of violence happens with gun violence and racially charged action, I mean, there's the element of just being heartbroken, but there's also the element of just hating how complacent so many people are about it, because it doesn't benefit them specifically in the moment. They don't want to change anything, and it's so stupid. And this morning Pastor Aaron did address it, and I really needed him to, because I think to be a pastor and not acknowledge mass shootings is irresponsible, regardless of how your congregation views violence of that form as responsibility on certain people or whatever. I think being willing to make the not even that bold decision to speak up about it and to call it out as wrong and to name things that need to change is what Christ calls leaders to do. And so I was grateful that Aaron did that. Yeah. Didn't intend to talk that long about it, but there's just a lot to think about and a lot to take in, a lot to grieve. A lot of mourning is going to be happening going forward, as there always is after something like that. But when two happen in a day, it's exhausting to think about what won't change even after this. And I hate it. So I'll leave you with this. Jesus is still good and sovereign and in control. I have to remind myself of that because things like this make it hard to believe that. But I do believe that. And my responsibility as someone who believes that is to love even better and take even more responsibility for every action that I take every day. And that's where I'm at. Anyway, nighty-night. Every day has to be one day closer to making things better. It has to be.